Hi everyone, today's video is going to help you work through quiz 17.3. You are going to have to show your work today in order to solve your problem, so it would be a good idea to work through this video with me using a separate piece of paper, and when you're finished you can access the quiz online and plug in all your answers and then hit submit. Okay, Mr. Terry asked you to use the 3-read strategy in his video earlier. He also explained the 3-read strategy. I am going to ask you to use the 3-read strategy as you work through these 6 problems with me. So let's take a look at number 1 together. Number 1 says, Matt bought a 650 milliliter container of cooking oil. He used 136 milliliters of the oil making waffles. How much cooking oil does Matt have left? I would like you to pause the video, do the 3 reads with someone at home, and when you're ready to solve the problem, press play. All right, friends, great job working on the 3 reads with someone at home. Let's take a look at this question together. When you talked through the 3 reads with someone, you should have told somebody at home that 650 was one of your important numbers because there were 650 milliliters in the container of cooking oil that Matt bought. So that 650 milliliters is the whole or the total amount that he bought. The next important number that you should have noticed was 136 milliliters. 136 milliliters was an important number because that's how much of the cooking oil Matt used. So that cooking oil is gone. He used it. So let's think, are we going to add these 2 numbers together, or do we need to subtract away the oil that Matt already used? Excellent, that's right. We need to subtract, and here's why. 650 milliliters is the whole or the total amount of cooking oil that Matt had. And 136 is the part of the oil that he used. So our question asks us how much do we have left? That tells us we need to subtract to find the missing part, right? When we have a whole and we have one part, we subtract the part we know to find the missing part. So you can pause your video, work through this problem, and when you're finished, press play and we'll work on the next question together. Okay, friends, great job working on question number 2. Let's take a look at number 3 together before you pause to do your rereads. Number 3 says, Kirsten has 9 syrup containers from a local cafe. There are 6 milliliters of syrup per container. How many milliliters of syrup does Kirsten have? Please pause your video and do your 3 reads. Okay, friends, great job working on your 3 reads. As you did your 3 reads, you should have noticed that 9 was one of your important numbers. 9 was important because that was the number of syrup containers that Kirsten had. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to draw 9 circles to represent the 9 containers of syrup. Your next number that was important was 6. 6 was important because the problem said that there were 6 milliliters of syrup per container, or in each container. So I'm going to show that each container had 6 milliliters just by writing a number 6 in each circle. Guys, just a reminder, if I'm moving too quickly at any point during the video, please feel free to pause so that you have enough time to draw your picture and work with me. Okay, are you noticing something about our numbers here? That's right, we are adding the number 6 over and over and over again to find how many milliliters of syrup Kirsten has. So what we have here is repeated addition. We could do 6 plus 6 plus 6 and so on, or we could write a multiplication equation to represent our picture, right? Because multiplication really is repeated addition. So remember, the first number in our multiplication equation is going to tell us how many groups we have. How many groups or how many containers of syrup did Kirsten have? Excellent, 9, that's right. So 9 groups of how many milliliters of syrup are in each container? Fantastic, 6, good for you. So now that your picture is ready to go and your equation set up, please pause the video, work to solve the answer, and press play when you're ready to move on. All right, friends, let's take a look at number 4. Number 4 says, Kativa has a baby pool in her backyard. Yesterday, the pool had 425 liters of water in it. This afternoon, Kativa used a hose to add 23 more liters of water. How many liters of water are in the baby pool now? Please pause, do your 3 reads, and press play when you're ready. All right, let's take a look at this together and talk about our important numbers. So you should have noticed that 425 liters was one of your numbers. And that number was important because it told us how many liters of water Kativa had in her pool yesterday. Then our next important number was 23. 23 was an important number because that's how many more liters of water Kativa added. So, do we know the whole amount of water? Do we know the total liters of water in the baby pool? That's right, we don't. We just have 2 parts, right? We know what she had originally and what she added. So we're looking for the part, we're looking for the whole. We're looking for the total. So when you have 2 parts and you're looking to find the total, what do you do with these 2 parts? Fantastic, you add them together. Good for you. So when you go to add these numbers together, please make sure that you're lining up all your digits nice and neatly so that you can add the numbers together correctly. Please pause your video, add your numbers together, and press play when you're ready to look at the next question together. All right, friends, great job. Let's take a look at number 5 together. Number 5 says, all of the cheese slices at Chester's Cheesy Cafe have the same mass. Chester finds the total mass of 3 cheese slices is 27 grams. What is the mass of one of the cheese slices? Please pause the video, do your 3 reads, and press play when you're ready to solve the problem together. All right, friends, great job. So during your 3 reads, you should have told someone that 3 was one of your important numbers because that's how many slices of cheese Chester had. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a picture to represent my 1, 2, 3 slices of cheese. The next number that was important to our question was 27 grams. Why was 27 important? That's right, 27 was important because that was the total mass of all of the slices of cheese. So that right there tells us we have the total, we have the whole. So we need to figure out what the mass was of each slice of cheese. So what we're doing here is we're taking our 27 and we are going to do fair share to find out what the mass of each slice of cheese was. So I'm going to take my 27 and I'm going to count 1, 2, 3. I'm going to keep going. 4, 5, 6. I'm going to keep sharing my 27 amongst my 3 slices of cheese. So you want to keep counting until you get to 27. So we've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep going until you get to 27. Pause the video. When you're done solving that question, press play and we'll look at the last question together. All right, friends, great job working hard. Let's take a look at number 6 together. So number 6 says, each piglet has the same mass. And you'll notice that the piglets are on the scale here, right? They're being weighed on the scale. So each one of the piglets has the same mass. One piglet's weight is 8 kilograms. The weight of all the piglets is shown here. So you're going to look in your scale to find out the weight of all the piglets. How many piglets are there? Please pause the video, do your 3 reads, and press play when you're ready to solve. Okay, friends, great job. So let's take a look at our question together. You should have noticed that one of your important numbers was 8. Why was 8 important? Yes, fantastic. 8 was important because that's how much one of the piglets weighed. And remember, each piglet weighed the same. So we know that all the piglets are going to weigh 8 kilograms. Our next number wasn't right in the problem, right? It says the weight of all the piglets is shown here. So we had to go to our scale and figure out the weight of all the piglets, right? We had to figure out the total weight. So I noticed that my scale is counting by, that's right, fives. Good. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Excellent. Okay, so we have the whole weight, right? We know the total mass of all the piglets. We know that one piglet weighs 8 kilograms. So we have to figure out how many piglets there really are that are making up 40 kilograms. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start with my whole weight, my total weight, and I am going to subtract off 8. That's one of my piglets. So 0 minus 8, I can't do that, right? More on the floor, go next door. I'm gonna borrow a 10. I'm gonna make that 10 ones. 10 minus 8 equals, fantastic, 2. 3 minus 0 equals, great job, 3. So this is one of our piglets. Now I took one piglet off the scale, so I only have 32 kilograms left to work with. I'm going to take away another piglet. How much did each piglet weigh? 8 kilograms. Fantastic. So I'm going to do that again. Do it with me. And remember, if I'm going too fast, please press pause. So 2 minus 8, we can't do that, right? More on the floor. Go next door. We have 3 10s. We're borrowing 1, so that becomes 2. We're adding 10 ones to 2 ones. That gives us 12. 12 minus 8 equals 4. Very good. 2 minus 0 equals 2. Good. Okay, so your job is to keep going. Now you're going to start at 24 because we removed 2 piglets from the scale. We're going to remove another piglet from the scale. You're going to keep going until you have 0. And then you'll be able to tell me how many groups there are or how many piglets there are. Friends, great job working hard. Once you're done solving this problem, don't forget to submit your answers online. Thanks, everyone.